Please be seated. Good afternoon and welcome to this beautiful, albeit a little bit chilly, Vermont fall day, and to the white coat ceremony for the Larner College of Medicine class of 2023. My name is Dr. Krista Tsela, and I am the Interim Senior Associate Dean for Medical Education and the Associate Dean for Students here at the Larner College of Medicine. It is my pleasure to welcome you, students in the class of 2023, your families and friends, distinguished guests including Mrs. Jean Page, our alumni joining us, as well as our faculty leaders on stage, our professionalism, communication, and reflection faculty advisors for the class of 2023, members of the Teaching Academy, and all faculty and staff who have joined us today to celebrate this important milestone for the class of 2023. During the last 2 months, the students have been actively engaged in their medical education while also finding time to get to know each other and to learn more about their new community. They have impressed me with their enthusiasm, respect for one another, and dedication to their medical education and becoming a physician. Students, it is an honor for me to celebrate this event with you. As a clinician, I believe the white coat ceremony to be one of the most significant events in our medical training. The ceremony is an opportunity for members of the medical community to welcome you into the profession, and for you, as students, to acknowledge and assume the identity and responsibilities of a physician. The practice of medicine is a privilege and requires us to demonstrate attributes such as integrity, altruism, empathy, and excellence, to name a few. As physicians and physicians in training, we need to consistently demonstrate congruence between expressed values and behavior, clinical expertise, and a desire to relieve the suffering of others. We must have the capacity to put the needs and interests of others before our own, the ability to put ourselves in another individual's situation, giving beyond what is required, and having a regard for the autonomy and values of another person. These are the attributes of a humanistic doctor. The white coat ceremony is a rite of passage that has been expanded to include the entire healthcare team, acknowledging the importance of compassionate care among all health professionals. Our Vermont integrated curriculum is also designed to continuously develop collaboration and teamwork, an essential component of optimal healthcare. Let me provide you with a little history about today's white coat ceremony, which marks the official recognition of your entry into the medical profession. Although the ceremony seems like a long-standing tradition in more than 200-year history of UVM, the ceremony's origins are actually quite recent. The first white coat ceremony was in 1993 at the Columbia University College of Physicians and Surgeons, hosted by Dr. Arnold P. Gold, a pediatric neurologist who was renowned for his devotion to humanism in medicine. The College of Medicine quickly adopted this ceremony because they saw the value of Dr. Gold's vision and supported affirming the humanistic aspects of patient care, the call to the vocation of medicine, and the tremendous responsibility that student would be expected to assume. Currently, a white coat ceremony or similar rite of passage takes place at most College of Medicine, nursing, and other professions throughout the United States. Class of 2023, your white coat ceremony today is intended as a formal recognition of your transition from aspirant to participant in clinical medicine. Your dean, officials of the health system, and other respected leaders who represent the value system of our college and the profession you are about to enter are here to welcome you. The conferral of the white coat a powerful symbol of the medical profession, is a tangible expression that demonstrates this relationship. In the words of Dr. Gold, the white coat is personally placed on each student's shoulders by individuals who believe in the student's ability to carry on the noble tradition of doctoring. It is a personally delivered gift of faith, confidence, and compassion. I'll repeat, the confidence part. Faith, confidence, and compassion. We believe in you. It is now my great pleasure to introduce the Dean of our Larner College of Medicine, Dr. Richard Page. Dean Page, Professor of Medicine, arrived on our campus as the college's 18th dean just a little over a year ago. In his first year as dean, he has led by example and embodies the core values you will hear about today that are so important to our profession and our patients: professionalism, respect, teamwork, kindness, patient and people-focused, cultural humility, and passion for his work and his community. It is an honor to serve under his leadership. Please join me in welcoming Dean Page to the podium.
You know, I was just struck by the expression "swell with pride." I've got to say, since August, and my wife Jeannie and I bonded with this class, we've gotten to know each other a little bit. And as you walked in today, that's what I felt. I felt a swell of pride for this accomplishment and this special day. So congratulations to the class of 2023. This is such an important milestone. Some of you discovered this career path later in life, while others announced we would become a doctor as young as the age of 2, I was told. No matter, we all look forward to wearing our first white coat. You'll find that when you wear a white coat, you feel different, and you're treated differently. People respect doctors a lot. And they trust us with their stories, their secrets, their bodies. Our patients allow us to share their most private and personal moments. Wearing a white coat, you'll notice, even in the hospital cafeteria perhaps, you may be afforded a level of respect that you've never experienced. Some people assume you're already a doctor, even though you haven't quite yet earned that degree. Or perhaps they know you are a student, but are showing respect for what you've accomplished already and for the doctor you will become. Last year, I eulogized one of my first patients, who I got to know quite well, and actually worked with him and his wife through a terminal cancer diagnosis. But the first time I met him, this World War II veteran, a man in his 50s, I was wearing my new white coat, looking and feeling quite important, I must say, and was sent into the room to do a history and physical and to place an IV line. The history and physical exam were somewhat clumsy, but we got through it. My problem started with the IV. Needless to say, and despite what one would call ropes for veins, I was spectacularly unsuccessful. Even as I spilled more than just a little bit of blood on several attempts. Now, I was wearing my white coat and I had been feeling pretty good, but if there was any question whether I was a doctor at that point, I'd completely relieved him of that question altogether. So there I was in the room, and there was this patient with several puncture wounds already, and I'll never forget what he said to me. "Don't worry, Doc. You'll get it next time." Just think about that. What a gift he was giving me to afford me that respect, to afford me the opportunity to quite obviously learn. Think of the patients you have in your future, and think of the gifts they're going to be giving you, and never forget that. Eventually, I got pretty good at gaining vascular access, as we call it, in the medical world, but I never would have become a competent cardiologist without the gifts my patients gave me. Now, the white coat is a symbol of our profession, and we must earn the right to wear it. In a few minutes, I'm going to lead you in the oath of our profession. My medical school took the Hippocratic Oath the day before our graduation, actually. And this scroll, signed by my dean at the time, was the first item I hung up in my new dean's office when I arrived at UVM. These oaths remind me, and should remind you, of the covenant we enter into as we become physicians, and every day when we put on that white coat. Almost a year ago to the day, I'm proud to say I joined the class of 2022, two of whom are here helping out, passing out the white coats. On my first white coat ceremony of my life, we didn't have them when I was in medical school, and I got my white coat when the class of 2022 got theirs. Now, I'd summarize what a white coat promises in one single word: professionalism. This spring, we introduced the Larner College of Medicine Statement on Professionalism, which is printed in your programs. Developed by a diverse task force of students, staff, and faculty, our statement emphasizes our commitment to integrity, accountability, compassion, altruism, and social responsibility. We honor the trust our society has placed in us as stewards of the art and science of medicine, relying on cultural humility, kindness, and respect in all our daily interactions. Just think of those words: cultural humility, kindness, and respect. If we get those right, there's no limit to what we can do. If you keep these ideals of professionalism throughout your career, you'll continue to earn the privilege of wearing a white coat. What's more, you'll experience great joy and blessings of becoming the best doctor that you can be. Now, none of us arrives at this point without the love and encouragement of others. I know many family members and friends are in attendance today. I now ask our class of 2023 to stand, turn and face your family and friends, and give them a round of applause. I think there are a few people. Okay, go ahead and have your seats, please, class. I think there are a few people swelling with pride in the Ira Allen Chapel today. It's now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Claude Deschamps. My friend Dr. Deschamps is a professor of surgery, president and CEO of the University of Vermont Health Network Medical Group, and senior associate dean for clinical affairs. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Claude Deschamps.
Dear medical students, class of 2023, on behalf of the University of Vermont Health Network Medical Group, I welcome you to our healthcare system and the clinical environment, the most priceless piece of real estate on the planet. Congratulations for your accomplishments so far. We are privileged to have you with us, as your contribution to our clinical practice will be of tremendous benefit to everyone, starting with the patients and the family we serve, to all the healthcare professionals that you will team up with. Speaking of teamwork, you have started your career at a time of rapid and significant change in the world of healthcare. Our stated mission of improving people's life requires that we work together in a collaborative and innovative way to improve patient care, reduce cost, and promote better health and wellness for the population we serve. We are working to create an integrated healthcare delivery system in our region, collaborating with other organizations to provide the best care at the right place and time, and where quality is second to none. Now more than ever, being a physician is a team sport. It is essential for us to work closely with other members of the healthcare team and understand that the greatest benefit to patients come from the work that you contribute to the overall effort. Today, you are entering teams of experts that are literally morphing into one expert team. The resulting coordination is not only what our patients expect, but also what you will add another level of gratification to your job. In that context, I have no doubt that you will learn what trust, respect, and integrity means. The privilege of caring for our fellow human beings is without equal and implies a supreme responsibility. We are invited in our patient lives like no one else, and often at the most vulnerable moment. Despite all that is changing around us, my hope for you all is that your patient will come first, and that you will remain open-minded, respectful, curious, and generous, and forgiving to yourself and others along the way. In closing, I'd like to applaud you for your commitment to becoming a physician, and thank you for choosing us and our network for this important stage in your career. Help us improve people's life, stay amazed, and make us proud. I wish you all the best. Now, please help me welcome my colleague, interim president of the University of Vermont Medical Center and professor of surgery, Dr. Stephen Leffler.
Good afternoon. It's great to be here with you, the class of 2023, to celebrate this exciting milestone in your medical careers with your family members, your friends, Dean Page, and the faculty of the University of Vermont. Oh, Dean Page. And the University of Vermont Larner College of Medicine. A little over 3 decades ago, I was a medical student at the University of Vermont. I have to tell you that when I received my white coat, they led us in a line down to the basement of the hospital, to the clean laundry room. We lined up by size pretty close. They checked you out and gave you a coat. I got my coat and went upstairs, and someone who's here today, Dr. Hebert, I was on his surgical rotation, and he told us, he said, "You now have a responsibility. You now are part of the team. You're not just a student now. We're relying on you. And the patients you see every day are now relying on you." I want you to remember that. Like you, I was excited to finally get started. I've been preparing a long time, like all of you, lots of classes, tests, interviews, flights. Now it really starts, and you're starting an amazing journey. I'm so happy for you and excited. As you embark on this journey, I have 3 very simple pieces of advice for you. First, and most importantly, always remember there's nothing more important than the patient sitting in front of you. You're going to have studies, phone calls from your friends, wanting to get home, things going on. That patient is your responsibility. Never forget that. Second, show respect not just for your patients and families, but also for everyone that you work with, the entire team that surrounds you. Healthcare, as you heard, is more than a single person. It's now a team-based sport. Respect your colleagues, support your colleagues. Also understand that you're a human. You will never have all the answers, but working with your team, you can come up with solutions to the toughest problems. And finally, I have to tell you to be open to all the possibilities a career in medicine has to offer. Where you end up in 30 years may not be where you started out or where you thought you might end up. If you'd said to me 30 years ago, you might be the interim president of the University of Vermont Medical Center, I would have laughed at you. I would have said that's impossible. It could never happen. So I want you all to enjoy the journey. It's exciting, it's fun, it's rewarding, it's hard. And when you get your coats today, you're taking the next step. So congratulations.
Thank you, Dean Page, Dr. Deschamps, and Dr. Leffler. In addition to sponsoring the White Coat Ceremony, the Arnold P. Gold Foundation sponsors the Leonard Tao Humanism in Medicine Faculty Award, presented annually to a Larner College of Medicine faculty member who best demonstrates the foundation's ideals of outstanding compassion in the delivery of care, respect for their patients, their families, and healthcare colleagues, and clinical excellence. We feel that an individual with these attributes is an excellent role model for students entering the profession, and so it has become our tradition to have the recipient of this award be the keynote speaker at today's event. It is my pleasure to introduce the Larner College of Medicine 2019 Leonard Tao Humanism in Medicine Faculty Award recipient, Dr. Lauren McAfee, as our guest speaker for today's ceremony. Dr. McAfee is a gynecologist and obstetrician at the University of Vermont Medical Center and assistant professor at the Larner College of Medicine. She specializes in obstetrics, gynecology, reproductive health, family planning, and substance use disorders. Dr. McAfee chose medicine because it allows her to combine her love of science with her passion for helping people, and she is proud to focus on patients who often are stigmatized within the medical profession. Her goal is to reduce barriers and improve access to comprehensive health care and family planning services for women in our region. As one nominee stated, Dr. McAfee approaches learning opportunities with warmth and curiosity, which carries over into her approach as a compassionate physician, where she listens carefully to her patients' goals and concerns, answers questions thoroughly, and remains cognizant of any barriers to patient understanding. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Lauren McAfee to the podium.
Thank you all. What an honor to be here today. Welcome to the students, family, friends, staff, and faculty to this important milestone. As I reflected on the words of wisdom or advice that I wanted to share with you this afternoon, I kept coming back to one word: passion. Looking back on my short career to date, I'm struck by the seemingly tangential route that I took, and consider how surprised I would be if 10 years ago someone told me I would be up here speaking in front of you all today. So while you may be asked what your 5 or 10-year plan looks like, please don't despair. Instead, I urge you to consider the passions and intrinsic motivations that first led you to a career in medicine, and let those serve as your guide. Passion serves as the guiding light that we all should strive to capture and embrace every day, such that in doing so, we can provide the best patient care and maintain our resiliency. Passion allows us to maintain our empathy and compassion at 3 o'clock in the morning when we're exhausted and overwhelmed by the ever-lengthening to-do list. We all enter medicine with different experiences that shape not only who we are, but the path we choose to take. And inherent to this journey is the need to find our passions and cultivate them. As many of you likely can relate, I entered medicine with a goal of helping people. But as I dug deeper to understand what that really meant, I have found that educating and empowering are crucial passions that support my professional well-being. I enjoy sitting down with patients and talking about how their body works, approaching health and disease as a team, acknowledging that a patient's knowledge about their own body and experience is as important as the knowledge that I possess about physiology and disease. As an obstetrician gynecologist, I love breaking down barriers and stigma associated with reproductive health, helping patients be more comfortable with their own bodies. I feel that deep sense of accomplishment when a patient leaves the office, not only feeling empowered by knowledge, but also feeling heard as an important member of their healthcare team. In turn, I also find that my passion for education and empowerment translates into my teaching and advocacy work. It's inspiring to work with medical students and residents as they embark on their own careers and watch as they bring their own passions to the exam room. I appreciate the challenge of helping lawmakers see and understand medical care and consider ways in which policies might directly or indirectly impact patient-centered care. But what brings me joy in medicine is not the same as many of the others in this room. That variety is what drives some of us to do research, medical education, clinical care, administration, or pursue other career paths within medicine, each of which allows us to advance medicine in our own unique way. We need to recognize, encourage, and support the diversity in those passions and allow one another the opportunity to follow our individual paths. Medicine is a tension of opposites. It's both fulfilling and draining, inspiring and overwhelming, rewarding and demanding. And there's a constant struggle to maintain some semblance of balance. That tension can be alleviated by designing your career in a way that builds off and stays true to your passions, allowing you to bring your whole self to the table. As you put on your white coat today and feel the weight of the coat on your shoulders and the physical emptiness of those pockets, please take a moment to consider what brought you here today, what motivates you even in the most trying of times, and what you bring to medicine. Take note of those passions and tuck them into that white coat pocket. Use them as your guide as you start down this tremendous path towards becoming a physician. Thank you for your time, and I wish you all the best in finding and embracing your passions.
Thank you, Dr. McAfee, for those inspiring words. Students, in just a few moments, you will take to the stage to receive your white coats. So let me just take a minute to provide you with some additional information about the white coat and its contents. As you have heard, the white coat itself symbolizes a standard of professionalism, caring, and trust that must be earned from our patients. It is a personally delivered gift of faith, confidence, and compassion. So on the left collar of your coat is a Humanism in Medicine lapel pin supplied by the Arnold P. Gold Foundation. This pin is placed on your coat to remind you of the importance of fostering a culture of respect, dignity, and compassion for your patients and the professionals that you will work with. In your left pocket, you will find a copy of the oath used by the Larner College of Medicine. This oath is adopted from the Oath of Lasagna, written by Louis Lasagna in 1964. Dr. Lasagna was an American physician and professor of medicine who wrote a modernized version of the Hippocratic Oath, which emphasized a holistic and compassionate approach to medicine and is used by many medical colleges today. And finally, and perhaps most importantly, in your right pocket, you will find a card with a personal message from an alumnus of the Larner College of Medicine. As an alum, I truly value the medical education and the mentoring I received here. We hope that you are inspired by the words of your alumni mentor and reach out to them to develop a relationship that will provide you with support and guidance throughout your career. This still leaves plenty of room in your pockets for you to tuck in supplies, medical knowledge, and those passions that Dr. McAfee just spoke about. Okay, let's gift you your white coats. First, I want to say thank you to our Larner College of Medicine faculty, staff, and students assisting us with today's ceremony, specifically Gia Epen and Melanie Parzial, from the class of 2022 who are assisting us on stage. I would like to invite Dr. Prema Menon, Interim Assistant Dean for Students and Assistant Professor of Medicine, to the podium. Dr. Menon will be reading the name and hometown of each member of the class of 2023. Dr. Tanya Birch, Associate Dean for Clinical Education, and Dr. Ellen Kulaga, Assistant Dean for Students at our Connecticut campus, will join me in presenting students with their white coat. I would also like to invite Dean Page to stand, joined by Dr. Deschamps, Dr. Leffler, and Dr. McAfee, to be the first to welcome you to the profession after receiving your white coats today. And finally, I invite you, members of the class of 2023, to come to the stage when called to receive your white coat. Congratulations and welcome to our profession.
Okay, ready. I'd like to start with Jeremy Abolade from Queens, New York. Next, Victor Abraham II from West Caldwell, New Jersey. Isaac Adams from Richmond, Vermont. Rachel Adelsheim from Newton, Massachusetts. Dinkar Ahuja from East Lyme, Connecticut. Samuel Oldis from Concord, Massachusetts. Dana Allison from Miami, Florida. Callie Amoa from Gaithersburg, Maryland. Sarah Ando from Crete, Illinois. Raj Arora from San Francisco, California. Nivedita Badrinarayan from Raleigh, North Carolina. Elizabeth Barker from Burlington, Vermont. Michaela Barofio from Northfield, Vermont. Emily Bennett from Middlesex, New Jersey. Jacob Burnkoff from Tucson, Arizona. Bradley Blansky from Binghamton, New York. Brittany Botticelli from Comac, Long Island. Valerie Braddock from Irvington, New York. Michael Brown from Southbury, Connecticut. William Brown from Burlington, Vermont. Jordan Carver from Jameson, Pennsylvania. Daniel Castro from Hamilton, Massachusetts. Sondi Kaus from Colchester, Vermont. Alexander Cavert from Clifton Park, New York. Anna Shambi from Princeton, New Jersey. Sydney Chatfield from Avon, Connecticut. Jet Choquette from Vershire, Vermont. Alex Cohen from Colchester, Vermont. James Contompassis from Burlington, Vermont. Anna Corbalon from Dumont, New Jersey. Lauren Corritt from Stamford, Connecticut. Ryan Kernoyer from Shrewsbury, Massachusetts. Kayleen Cruden from Santa Maria, California. Elena Dansky from San Diego, California. Andrew Delorier from Charlotte, Vermont. Kevin DeBona from Boston, Massachusetts. Willie Dong from Waterford, Connecticut. Nathan Dow from West Newbury, Massachusetts. Caitlin Dowling from Newtown, Connecticut. Emma Dunn from Oak Park, Illinois. Grace Eisenbiegler from Chappaqua, New York. Ahmed Eldakrouri from Cranston, Rhode Island. Jenna Elkuri from Acton, Massachusetts. Nigar Esfandieri from South Burlington, Vermont. Megan Eubank from Baldwinsville, New York. Julie Evans from Ackworth, Georgia. Lud Iyasu from Lilburn, Georgia. Joel Fire from Menlo Park, California. Nina Feinberg from Livingston, New Jersey. Brad Fisk from Rutland, Vermont. Christopher Flynn from Hanover, Massachusetts. Agatha Forstein from Lyme, Connecticut. Sean Fox from Louisville, Colorado. Akua Frimpong from Westchester County, New York. Helen Gandler from Pelham, New York. Evan Gaston from Montpelier, Vermont. Charlotte James from Bronxville, New York. Brittany Gilmore from Weston, Connecticut. Hunter Goldsmith from Huntington Station, New York. Amy Gollinker from Ithaca, New York. Kira Goodell from Shaftesbury, Vermont. Warren Grunwald from Williston, Vermont. Luke Hallgarth from Bel Air, Maryland. Matthew Hanna from Niles, Illinois. Sebastian Hanna from Essex, Vermont. Christina Hansen from Atlanta, Georgia. Congratulations. Tess Hickey from Claremont, New Hampshire. Katrina Hood from Eastbury, Vermont. Alex Jenkins from Smithfield, Rhode Island. Liam John from Essex, Vermont. Keisha Kalra from Natick, Massachusetts. Michael Kelleher from Miller Place, New York. Kyle Kellett from Sherman, Connecticut. Sarah Kendrick from Brattleboro, Vermont. Chrisandra Kinnear from Rochester, New York. Adam Kohutnicki from Harrison, New York. Naomi Kaliba from Duxbury, Vermont. Jason Locke from Shelburne, Vermont. Amberly Lau from Wallingford, Connecticut. Tiffany Lau from Glastonbury, Connecticut. Michael Lawler from Richmond, Vermont. Michael Lawson from Durham, North Carolina. Vin Lay from Coatesville, Pennsylvania. Stellar Levy from Islamorada, Florida. Kira Lynn from Fayetteville, New York. Liana Mathias from Ridgefield, Connecticut. Shivani Mathur from Morgan Hill, California. Kayla Menendez from Aspen, Colorado. Lucy Merriam from Elmore, Vermont. Alexis Miller from Ocean Springs, Mississippi. Daniel Maroney from Morristown, Vermont. Sean Muniz from Moncton, Vermont. Lara Murnick from Bartlett, New Hampshire. Asta Narayan from Holtsville, New York. Jesse Nauman from Richmond, Vermont. Megan Nielsen from Lake Katrine, New York. Alexandra Novelli from Shaftesbury, Vermont. Mark Owett from Sullen, Ohio. Lauren Okamoto from Madison, Connecticut. Emily Oliver from Sagamore Hills, Ohio. Zachary Osborne from Annapolis, Maryland. Julia Perks from Middletown, Maryland. Jennifer Reezy from Fayston, Vermont. Alexa Rosenthal from Lexington, Massachusetts. Diana Salama from Torrance, California. Michaela Salusti Simpson from Woodstock, Vermont. McKenna Schimmel from Geneva, Illinois. Samantha Schutz from Half Moon Bay, California. Justin Schultz from Fargo, North Dakota. Grant Schumacher from Fullerton, California. Samuel Short from Mukilteo, Washington. Youngbo Sim from Colorado Springs, Colorado. Anish Singhal from York, Pennsylvania. Zachary Smith from Annapolis, Maryland. Kyrillos Solomon from Boston, Massachusetts. Ashwin Kumar Surya Kumar from Canton, Massachusetts. Delaney Stryker from Encinitas, California. Cyrus Thomas Walker from South Windsor, Connecticut. Carly Watson from Montpelier, Vermont. Benjamin Weaver from Bedford, Massachusetts. And Ariella Yazdani from Milford, Connecticut. Congratulations, class. Now I'd like to invite Now I'd like to invite Dean Page back to the lectern to lead our students and any physicians present in reciting the oath.
Thank you, Dr. Menon, and congratulations to our students. You look great. We're going to conclude today with recitation of the oath to mark this milestone for our students as they embark in their careers. I invite the students now to stand and retrieve the oath card from the left pocket of your white coats. I invite any other physicians in attendance today also to stand with our students and join in reciting the oath together. The oath can be found on the back of the ceremony programs. Everybody ready? It's exciting, isn't it? Let's say it together. I swear to fulfill, to the best of my ability, this covenant. I will respect the scientific gains of those physicians and scientists in whose step I will walk and gladly share such knowledge as is mine with those who are to follow. I will remember that there is both art and science of medicine. I will pursue the expansion of my knowledge throughout my life for the benefit of patients. I will practice medicine with conscience and dignity. Respect the privacy of my patients, not judge them. I will prevent disease whenever I can, for prevention is preferable to cure. Most especially, I will tread with care in matters of life and death. If it be merely within my abilities to help ease suffering at the end of life, I face this awesome responsibility with humility and awareness of my own frailty. I vow always to act to preserve the finest traditions of my calling, and I have long experienced the joy and healing most of my health. Congratulations again to our students. Please be seated. Now, you may have heard that White Coat Ceremony was my first week arriving here as your dean, so it's really special for me to preside this year with students I welcomed here back at the beginning of your medical school time. I also realized on that day I had the best seat in the house. It's amazing to see these students walk in looking like just regular students and have them row by row be transformed. You look like doctors. You're not there yet, but you look like doctors, and you've taken on a mantle of responsibility for our profession. So because I felt sorry for everybody back there not getting to see this, we did an experiment this year. That little camera there has been recording as you receive your white coats, and I hope it will demonstrate the transformation of this class just as you have been transformed today. We will put this up on the Twitter or the Instagram or whatever that's called. No, we've got really good people who know how to do that. And if it works out, I hope you'll get to see this and kind of cherish the idea that you as a class walked in looking like just regular old students, and you're walking out looking like doctors and having taken this great next step in your career to become a physician. I want to thank the family and friends who have joined us in celebrating this important day. It's really a privilege for me to share today's milestone with you. I look forward to sharing many more with you in the years to come. We will take a class photo. So after the recessional, students should go directly to the front steps of the chapel here, please. Family and friends should exit via the side doors or can wait to exit from the front doors of the chapel after the photo has been taken. Please plan on joining us to celebrate in the Davis Center Grand Maple Ballroom. The Davis Center is just a short walk away. We've also provided shuttle buses for those who would have difficulty walking. In closing, congratulations. I am swelling with pride for this class, for you achieving this milestone. Let's give it up one more time for the class of 2023.